I appreciate it, you guys. If you guys are not familiar with who Axcient is, we are a backup and disaster recovery solution provider exclusively for MSPs, and that is very important. I think it's very important because when you're working with a company that is exclusively working with MSPs, you're talking about a company that understands your business, understands what you guys are dealing with on a daily basis, understands your pains, knows how to make you sleep at night, and ultimately wants to make you money, right? And I'm very passionate about the MSP space myself. I've been in the MSP space for about a decade at this point. I helped start the MSP division at my last company, and I said if I was going to move to another company, that it had to be a company that was exclusively geared towards MSPs, and I found a home in Axcient a couple of years ago. So I appreciate the MSP space. I was thinking, like, what 5 minutes, a 5 to 7 minute pitch. What can we talk about that you guys would actually get some value out of? Could I puke out a bunch of Axcient stuff? I could. I said, hey, what could we talk about? And I said, hey, you know what? If you guys left with just a single thought, and a positive thought, I think that we've done our job here today. And I said, okay, well, what can we talk about? Like, well, we could talk about the elephant in the room, or actually in this case, the bear in the room. This very scary and very intimidating economy that we're living in right now. And it's not the worst for MSPs today. You guys have to deal with other things as well, like this massive increase in security breaches and attacks. That's not going to go away anytime soon. But we are at a 40-year high in inflation, and we are steps away from the R word, a recession. So it's making folks very, very nervous. It's making a lot of managed services very nervous, but it's also making SMBs very nervous. And here's the good news. And if you look at SMBs, when they get very nervous, they want to weather the storm. They want to be able to hunker down. And the first thing they do is they get efficient. They look to save a buck. They look to trim the fat. And one of the things that they do is they will go out and start to outsource their IT. And you don't have to go very far back in history to see, as the economy kind of dips, the managed services space flourishes a bit. If you go back to 2008, they call this like the awakening, right? Where SMBs realized, as they were desperate to stay alive, that they had to trim the fat, and they looked to outsource. And they looked to outsource their IT, and they realized that they could save up to 40% on their IT spend by outsourcing. So a massive opportunity that is looming right in front of us. I think a lot of folks are very positive about it. There are some MSPs that are going to benefit more than others, and we talk about the operational maturity chart that thanks to our friends at Service Leadership, Mr. Paul Dipple, that the guys at the upper echelon of that operational maturity, the guys at the 4s and 5s, are going to capitalize more on an uncertain economy. So on average, the guys at that 4 to 5 level, they make about 6% higher margins than the guys at the 1, 2, or 3 level. So you're talking about the guys that are focusing on optimization, on strategy, on innovation. We talk about optimization. What are we talking about? We're talking about going back to your tech stack, and we're looking for opportunities for consolidation. Do we have multiple vendors doing the same exact thing or similar things? Do we have an opportunity to reduce to one vendor? Or technologies? Do we have multiple technologies doing the same thing? So streamlining your tech stack to create service factories. We're looking to eliminate efficiency drains. So talk about looking at all the manual processes that you have in your business today and saying, hey, what is it that I can actually automate versus doing a manual process with the technologies I either have today, or can I go out and procure a solution that automates some of those processes? With a focus on simplifying your labor needs when it comes to your tech stack as well. And that means, am I deploying out solutions that I need a high-end engineer, like a T3 engineer, to manage, or do I have solutions that I can leverage with a T1? So ultimately, a big savings there. So looking to ultimately eliminate IT waste. That's what we're trying to do. So that, my friends, is your thought for the day. Are you truly optimized to maximize this opportunity? Are you going to be one of the guys that are going to make 6% more margins than your peers are? And Axcient is here to help. Like I said, we are dedicated to the MSP space. We understand your pains. We understand the need for maximizing operational efficiency as well. So we are the guys that are going to build one solution that can cover all those different scenarios that your partners are bringing to the table. So you're talking about backing up workstations or backing up servers in an environment where an appliance might be needed, or maybe because of financial reasons or logistic reasons, you can't put an appliance. You can leverage our direct-to-cloud offering as well. All those servers in the public cloud, we got you covered there. All that Microsoft 365 data that Microsoft is telling you that you need to back up, we can cover that as well. So all in one platform, so you don't have to have actually multiple vendors to cover all the data protection needs that you have. You don't actually have to listen to the sales guy. I wish you would, but you can just listen to our partners. Our partners, on average, save about 30% on their monthly BCDR bill when they switch to Axcient. And that's not just the cost of the solution itself, but the operational efficiencies that we drive with our solution as well. I think the stat that I'm more proud of is the fact that we save, on average, 15 to 20% on operational costs when people move to us because of the efficiencies that we drive in our solution, all the automation. But you also have one vendor to be able to all those scenarios. So that's it, you guys. Take that thought. I hope you guys take that thought to bed. I know you guys aren't going to sleep anyway, so it's just one of those things that pop in your head at night. Feel free to join our breakout room if you want to learn more about Axcient. You can email me as well. I'm not a shy guy, so appreciate it, you guys.